So you are deciding on going into freelancing, or maybe becoming a solo developer, or maybe starting your own tech venture. Before you take that leap, there are some crucial steps a lot of people overlook. That is industry experience. In this video, I will show you why working in the industry first can be a game changer and sets you up for success in the long term. Hello and welcome back. My name is Samuel Nete, and on this channel, we talk about coding tips and tricks, software architecture, and taking your software development career to the next level. So, why is industry experience so important? Let me start by telling you a short story. I was working once on a project and I was asked to change an email service, right? So it was just, when I say an email service, it's the application was sending out a lot of emails to their customers. They had over 1 million customers. And due to some reasons, they wanted to change their email service. I don't know whether you know about SendGrid and all those other services around, right? There's no advertisement for SendGrid. I was asked to change one of the email services because it was becoming too expensive for the company. So what started out as a very simple task blew me away. It was so much of a complex task, changing configuration, taking the data security into consideration, compliance rules, integration with other systems. And I rushed into saying that I could do it. And when I said I could do it, there was some giggle on the background because everybody knew I was a beginner then. And I thought, oh, okay, I've built it in my small application before, so this is something I could do. But then they were like, yeah, go ahead and do it. My mentor at that time was like, hey, Samuel, if you have any difficulty, just get back to me. I was like, oh yeah. So I was very pumped up and I was like, I have done this before in my small application. I can really do it here. Then I started working on it and I realized, oh, it's not that easy as I thought. So apparently the code started on the wrong foot. It was built for just one scenario, but then they were working in a whole organization. So this thing has to be taken out of a piece of code, made as a reusable service, right? So that all other applications within the organization would use the service. So from that simple task, I was really amazed as to how much goes into software development in the industry. This is an experience which I wouldn't have been able to do if I had built my indie apps, small apps, and apps which I build alone and sell to people, or maybe see some small clients and give to them. It was an eye opener for me, and that was just the start of my journey. That was one of my first projects where I was very deep in development and made such experiences. And that was one of many. There were other ones that came along the line, where decisions are made, where things are done, and it was an eye opener for me working on this project or this task of mine. I mean, if I had been on my own, I wouldn't have been able to make such experiences. Or these kind of experiences give you invaluable experiences that you will never be able to have on your own. So working in the industry is really important. One thing I realized while working in the industry very quickly was that the software development industry is not just about writing code. There are lots of different roles. So at the beginning of a career, if you are lucky to enter into an enterprise setting, you would really see a lot of things which go on in the software development industry, right? So you have some things like requirements engineering. You get to see firsthand what the requirements engineers are doing. You get to see the testing team, the levels of testing, what the quality assurance team is doing, what the PMO is doing, the project managers on the team. You have to get to see the way UI, UX people work together with all these people together. You tend to realize that software development is not only about writing code, but then it's just one part of a whole system trying to produce software. Apart from all these different roles, you also get to see that requirements which come from all these departments can lead to code changes. And any code change you do have ripple effects in the whole company. For example, the CMO can just come and say, you know what, we want to apply a discount to a particular product we have for a particular time frame. Now, if your code is not extensible enough and your code is very rigid and cohesion between the modules are very tight, you're going to have a hard task doing this because The CMO wants this for a particular time, and after that, he wants to turn this feature off, right? So if your code doesn't allow for extensibility, this is going to be a headache. Or let's say your CIO comes around and says, you know what, we were attacked by hackers, so we want to change our logging framework so that logging and monitoring framework, so we have more insights into our code. Now, this is not a change you can just do. It's going to go several rounds, and you have to see that you have to build your application in a way that it falls within the industry setting. Now, these are experiences which would go a long way to help you in the future. If you go on your own and you are building something similar, and you know that you are going to, your application is going to grow to a certain level, maybe if you are very lucky and you are not coding again, you don't have to worry yourself with certain things. But it's very important to you, because having good code, writing good code, can save you lots of money. In the future, I'm going to do more videos about solid principles, clean coding, and other principles and guidelines to help people write good code. So by looking at all these things, I mean, requirements coming from different departments and working together with different departments, right? These things can really put you under pressure sometimes, and you get to also learn firsthand how teams or people deal with the pressure coming from different sides of an organization, and on how these pressures and requirements are dealt with. Right, it's an experience every developer should get to know about, and it's really going to set you up for success in the long term. Right, so industry experience is something every developer should have before going solo or freelancing. So before starting freelancing or starting your own tech venture, just spend some time in the industry, learn these lessons, experience what is being done there, go into the industry with the mindset of learning the way the whole thing works, the whole system works. It's going to be a valuable lesson for you, and it's going to really set you up for long-term success. So that's what I have for you today. If you found this video useful, kindly leave a comment. Tell me about the experiences you've had in the industry, or tell me about the challenges you are having as a solo developer. Kindly give me a thumbs up, hit the notification bell, hit the subscribe button, and let's stay in touch in the future. Ciao.